If it's Friday, we're going to talk about stockpiling. Back in a minute. New York City. Channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. And I truly love, love, love helping people to keep some more of their own hard earned money. Could that be you? Hopefully so. Happy Friday. I know music to a lot of people's ears. Friday. How you doing today? I hope that this audio video as always finds everybody doing well. So it's Friday and we talk about stockpiling. So we're going to have another stockpiling Friday chat. There are a few common sense principles to live by when it comes to anything in life. And today we're going to focus on some common sense, in my honest, little bit of rules to live by when you are stockpiling your groceries. All right, number one, store what you eat and eat what you store. In other words, don't stock up your stockpile with foods that your family really doesn't like. It might look really cute on the shelf, but if your family doesn't eat it, that's food waste, which is not good, and money waste, which is definitely also not good. So store what you eat and eat what you store. Next, buy one for right now, but buy two or more for later. So look, you're at the grocery store, whether you're at the in-person grocery store or you're shopping online, which a lot of people do today, while you're there, while you're in the neighborhood, so to speak, pick up more than one. Instead of just, if your family eats pork and beans, why just get one can? If you are there, get a couple, one for right now and maybe two more for the future. That's the way to go. And you do it little by little and you will not feel the pinch. A lot of people think they can't do this. That is not true, not true at all whatsoever. All right. Keep a stockpile list of the things that you want for right now, and perhaps things that you may want to get in your future for the stockpile. Well, some people feel that that's extra work, and if they can handle it without the list, great. Personally, I like a list. I do. I like a list because it is a really good overview. It's a really good at a glance, even if you're not home. Like you could take out your little list that you might have typed and entered into your phone, pull it up and look at it, go, maybe I should get such and so on and so forth. So for me, I'm kind of a list person type thing. So maybe some of you are as well. All right. All right. So those are definitely rules to live by. And the most important one is to rotate your stockpile. Don't just let it sit there and decay. Oh, it looks so cute. I'm afraid to touch it. Big mistake. Some people create a beautiful looking stockpile. Yes, it looks like a mini grocery store. I agree. It is adorable. But grocery stores get their items sold, don't they? So you paid for your item. Why are you just like leaving it there? It is not to just be left there to decay and to be, well, we don't ever want to waste food. So make sure that you periodically use that stuff up. That's very, very important. Otherwise, you're defeating the purpose. You're defeating the purpose otherwise. So here are a few items that I strongly suggest if your family uses. Okay, let's be real here. Let's say dried beans, always talking about beans because it has longevity and it's a good source of protein, especially when you mix it with other foods for complete protein. Okay. Now, I personally am not a huge bean fan. Okay. Anybody that knows me already knows that. But there are some canned beans that I do like. I like that canned version of pork and beans, from that company with Let It Be. Yum. Love, 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 love. I do love garbanzo beans. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I like canned. These are all in the can. I like cannellini beans. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I like bean product like hummus, for example. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. So I'm not entirely disliking beans. Dried beans, too much work for me. To me, not worth it. For just saying for me. Now, if you have a large family, you don't mind having stored dried beans. I do have some stored, for example, and I will make it not often, once a year. Let's say split pea soup, the one that little dried split peas in the bag, very easy to do. It is delicious. I crave it about once a year. I also do enjoy lentils. Lentils are amazing. Hey, you know something? Maybe I do like more beans than I realize. I think it's the idea of preferring the canned over the dried. Hmm. See, as time has gone by, there was a time I wouldn't even touch a bean. The first bean that I really probably was eating was the pork and beans. You know, like when you're a kid, you're like, oh, beans, oh. And then you try pork and beans and you go, oh, okay. Well, at least that was my experience. Just say it. All right. So beans are an excellent food source to stock up in your grocery stockpile. Just saying, if your family eats it, and if your family prefers the can, you get the can. Sure, the dried beans will last a long time, but if you never go in there to use it because you don't want to work with dried beans, you get what I'm saying. Because then that again is defeating the purpose. Next, rice, grains, and pasta. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very excellent. Excellent foods to keep in your stockpile and relatively affordable. All right. Now, here's something a lot of people overlook: canned fruits. Now, we all know about, canned veggies, but I hardly hear people mentioning canned fruits, and that's a mistake. That's a mistake because, a lot of people, prefer a fresh fruit. I love frozen fruit. It's very handy. Fresh fruit is great, but you got to use it up fast. And if you don't, so you got like kind of a small window on that one. All right. But canned fruit is an excellent thing. Now, they could be thinking of a gazillion years ago when the only canned fruits that were available were sold in very heavy syrups. That has changed so much. Some of them are not at all in heavy syrup, but like a very, very, very light, practically watery syrup, if anything at all. I'm just saying, just saying. And anyway, you could always rinse that off. Just saying. So don't overlook the wonder of canned fruits, especially in the winter time when it's really harder and more expensive to get, let's say, I'm just using this as an example, like let's say canned apricots or canned peaches, whatever. Just saying, just saying. So don't forget that. Canned fruits, don't bypass them, stock up on them. And when they go on sale, definitely stock up on them. Next, tuna, salmon, chicken, pork, canned stuff, canned hams. You know those cute little cans of ham? They are so cute. You know the one that they sell them in the $1.25 type store. I think they're just so adorable. They just look like baby little hams in a can. So cute. They last a while. You could do a lot of recipes with an item like that. Not to mention the tuna. You can make fish cakes out of the tuna. Don't forget canned chicken. Very, very convenient for wonderful salads or patties. You could do a lot of things with that. And of course, there's canned pork. And you could always incorporate that in nice little gravies or sauces or shred it up and, doctor it up a little bit, maybe with some barbecue sauce. And you got yourself a nice, inexpensive sandwich. You see where I'm going with this. Bouillon cubes are great to have. Um, they're a lot easier to store. They last a really long time. They're, to me, relatively inexpensive in comparison to some other versions of similar products. So you could get chicken bouillon, beef bouillon, pork. You could get vegetable bouillon. Very, very convenient to keep. A great soup starter, meal starter, flavoring agent. Use it with rice. Very, very good to have on hand. Okay. And of course, peanut butter. Peanut butter is a great source of protein, readily available. You do have to watch it though. I wouldn't overtly stock peanut butter if you don't use it up in a timely manner because there is a shorter window of time, if I'm not mistaken, on peanut butter. So double check all that. If you have any other suggestions to add to this list of things that you add that you do. I know I have not touched upon like flour or cake mixes or things like that. That would be really separately for another show. So we'll talk about that sometime in the future, perhaps on another future Friday stockpile chat. Thank you so much for being here. Wishing everybody luck. Don't forget to take $5 from your wallet and put it towards what? Your stockpile, whether you're brand new at it or you've been doing this for a long, long time. Have a great upcoming weekend. Thank you for your time. Take good care. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe to this channel.